the business perspective of it, they forget to actually involve the customer, that they think they know what the customer wants without actually involving them. In all steps of the journey, you can involve the customer.
Working with the customer to say, this is the problems that we had, this is our highest priority.
I think it's the one competency that we just don't have with inside organisations. I just did the talk on the whole business agility and I asked anyone from organisation design to put their hand up, and no one put their hand up. We want to set and forget things, but unfortunately our industry doesn't work like that. We have to continually be evaluating how we're going.
When you spin up teams, there's a cost to that, the formation of the teams. And then their project comes to an end and they're disbanded. And all of that love that they've got and all the relationships they've built is lost, all their IP's gone. When you have a stable team, they don't have to spend time fighting who's who in the zoo. It's the relationships that they have within the teams that enable them to work closer and quicker, more efficiently.
The fundamental problem is that there isn't enough knowledge share.
Explaining to people the value of automation and embracing a new approach of actually using technology itself.
Most modern companies nowadays have technology at the core, and without making the technology work for them, there's a limit to how agile they can be.
Mindset is one of the most commonly misunderstood things. It's a collection of habits, it's a collection of unique skill sets, it's a collection of things we do and come up with over time in a particular transformation. My agile is not your agile, because a mindset accumulates over time and it becomes part of a transformation as opposed to the precursor to a transformation.
Many organisations don't have a business value model that they can rely on to determine what they should be working on and what they shouldn't.
It has the biggest opportunity to provide clarity about what an organisation is trying to do and the steps that it has to take to try and get there.
If an organisation hasn't deconstructed their portfolio in such a way that it can be delivered in small batches, then when the organisation wants to shift or pivot into a different direction, the work that they've been doing up until that point in time is lost.
It all starts from the top, so a lot of organisations try to do agile rather than be agile. So they'll say, we want our organisation to be agile and put that on the teams below them, but they actually don't make the changes up the top to facilitate that, and that's where you hit those roadblocks.
Leaders are so used to choosing what's the right plan and being able to let that go and let people who are closest to the work choose the best way to do that work. It's a real key mindset change, and it's a really hard change to make.
It's also really helpful to look at what kind of culture do you want to create and how do you take your people on that journey. So there's a number actually, it's a really, really tricky killer, but that's why I think it's the most powerful.
It's one of the things which is a big problem in organisations. Everyone gets excited, big flash in the pan, get it done, but the change doesn't last. Getting management buy-in, that is a long-term thing, not a short-term thing to do a business transformation. It's about putting in the processes that you need to make sure that you're measuring what needs to be measured, not too much, not too little, but just enough to make the decisions you need to make to navigate your transformation.